What is up, guys? It is RSC6414 here, back with another video. This time, I'm reviewing WWE Main Event. This week's episode just ended about 15 minutes ago. Overall, I gotta say, this week's episode of Main Event was pretty good. They had 3 matches. They were all pretty entertaining. The Divas match was even entertaining, to be honest. Pretty good. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get to the review. The first match we had was a 3-on-3 tag match. You had the Wyatt family versus Los Matadores and Sin Cara. This match was it was pretty good. It was an opening, good, entertaining opening match. I enjoyed it. Back and forth action. Just a fun match to open up the show is all I have to say. Back and forth. El Torito, he tried to go off the top rope at one point. Luke Harper caught him and just kind of tossed him off to the side. Bray Wyatt was about to attack El Torito. Sin Cara got in the way and got taken out. And then later on in the match, it's just Bray Wyatt and Sin Cara. Bray Wyatt hits the Sister Abigail finisher on Sin Cara for the 1, 2, 3. Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family pick up the win when Bray Wyatt hits the Sister Abigail finisher and the pin. So the Wyatt family pick up the win over Los Matadores and Sin Cara. Good match. Good opener, like I said. You'd expect the Wyatt family to win. You wouldn't expect them just to throw together tag team 3-on-3 with Los Matadores and Sin Cara to win. But yeah, good match. And then the next thing we had was Natalya versus Oksana in Divas singles action. This match was pretty good. It was back and forth. It didn't get a lot of time. It got probably 3 or 4 minutes. But it was a good match for Divas standards. You had some good wrestling here. At one point, Natalya tried to lock in the sharpshooter. Got countered via roll-up by Oksana. 1, 2, Natalya kicks out. And then later on in the match, Natalya locks in the sharpshooter for the second time. She turns around, and Oksana has to tap. And Natalya picks up the win here via submission with the sharpshooter in a pretty good, entertaining Divas match. Natalya defeats Oksana. And then our final match of the night, singles action, Big E Langston. 3 ain't enough, man, I need 5. But Big E Langston, the Intercontinental Champion, versus Drew McIntyre, non-title action. Obviously, Drew McIntyre of 3MB. Jinder Mahal accompanied Drew McIntyre ringside. Heath Slater was nowhere to be seen. This match was okay. It wasn't. I thought, to be honest, this was probably not as even. I thought this was a good, solid match, but I liked the 3-on-3 tag match better. This match was good for what it was worth. Got a solid probably 5-6 minutes. Big E Langston would end up hitting the big ending, the finisher on Drew McIntyre for the pin and the win. 1, 2, 3. Big E Langston picks up the win over Drew McIntyre with the big ending. Overall, gotta say this match was pretty good. Then after the match, Jinder Mahal, or I think I heard Bad News Barrett say, "Restart the match because Jinder Mahal wants a rematch," or something like that. I wasn't paying attention at the time to the TV. I just heard an English accent, so it sounded like Bad News Barrett said Jinder Mahal wants a rematch, or maybe Jinder Mahal said it and I just heard it wrong. It was my imagination, but who the hell knows. Jinder Mahal challenges Big E to a singles match since he's ringside. Big E accepts. Big E hits the big ending finisher on Jinder Mahal within like a minute. 1, 2, 3. Big E defeats Jinder Mahal too. So basically, Big E defeats Drew McIntyre with a big ending via pin. Jinder Mahal challenges him to another match after the match. Big E accepts. Big E hits the big ending on Jinder. Don't hinder Jinder, though. You can't hinder Jinder. Big E hits the big ending on Jinder. 1, 2, 3. Big E defeats Jinder Mahal. Overall, I gotta say, the Jinder match was boring and pointless. Just a squash match. Drew McIntyre, you knew Big E Langston was going to win. So, yeah. Big E wins both of those. Overall, that concludes the review of Main Event and the episode. Overall, I gotta say the show's decent. I'd give it a 5.5 out of 10. Overall grade, I'd give this week's episode of Main Event 5.5 out of 10. Hope you enjoyed this review and this video. Check out my other videos and subscribe.